Welcome back to Phase 1 of Tai Chэн. I'm here with Kate and Anton, and we're working on static postures. Today's posture is Phoenix tail. Let's get started. From the back of the grid, shift to one side, pivot one foot out 45 degrees, shift onto that foot, stay nice and tall through your posture, and then slide that foot forward one pace. Turn your hips and shoulders into the front, tuck the hips, and now let's place the hands. So we establish your stance first, and now let's work on the hands. Whatever leg is in front, that same side arm is forward and rounded. This arm position is called peng, or ward off in Chinese. You've got 3 of these postures coming at you in quick succession. This is the first of the 3. The difference between those 3 postures is what this back hand is doing, or bottom hand is doing. For today, for Phoenix's tail, that hand is going to be down here, as if you're holding yourself up off the table. Now from here, you're going to shift back onto the back leg. This is that 45-degree back stance that we were doing before. And now you're holding a ball. Don't hold this to your body like so, but hold it off your body, rounded. The top hand is going to be shoulder height. The bottom hand is going to be hip height. Elbows and shoulders are relaxed downward. And whatever side leg is weighted, that's the hand that's going to be on top. Now you can already feel that those leg muscles are working. So let's shift back in to the completion of the posture and the technique. You drop the top hand down, and the bottom hand comes up. Just that simple. Shift back. Holding a ball. Very good. And shift forward. Long neck, tall spine, and again, tuck the hip. Check the hip. If you think you're already tucking the hip, work it a little bit more. If it moves, then it wasn't completely tucked. Shift back, tall spine, shoulders down, holding a ball. Beautiful. And into the front. Rotating the hips as you shift, expressing the hands at the same time. So you've got 3 things happening together. Stance shift, rotation of hips, expression of hands. Shift back, holding a ball, shoulders down, and shift in. As you do this, make sure that your head doesn't bob up and down, changing altitude. You want to keep your stance nice and low the whole time through. Well done. Let's do that on the other side now. Find the back of the grid again. Pivot a foot out 45. Shift forward onto it. Very good. Take your other foot. Slide it forward a pace. Here we go. Shoulders down, elbows down, neck is long and tall, and palm down. Now here's some important landmarks for you. The bottom hand elbow is 1 fist distance in front of your ribs. Not 1 fist distance to the side of your ribs, 1 fist distance in front of the ribs. Again, shoulders all the way to the front. Top hand finger in center line, even with your collarbone height. Shift back. Tuck the hips. Again, remember the tuck. Hold a ball. And shift into the front. This top hand just drops down. Bottom hand comes up. Back again. And into the front. Rotating the hips, shifting at the stance, and expressing the hands. All in one fluid continuum. Make sure everything begins and ends at the same time. That's full body coordination. Back again. Nice and tall, shoulders down, long neck, drop shoulders. If you need to charo your shoulders a little bit, please do. Into the front. Turn the hip. And again, check that hip. Make sure that you get a little bit of a stretch in the back leg. Well done. Now, I'd like to show you guys some application. Make sure that as you're listening, go back into that level stance. Pry the balls of the feet down, pry the knees out, tilt the pelvis. Anton, would you please? In Tai Chi, a lot of the moves have different applications in combat. This particular one, Phoenix's tail, is if he's, let's say, firing a hand at me. This is why we're holding the, quote-unquote, holding the ball. the ball top hand is a deflection. The bottom hand is ready to do whatever. In this case, if I'm this far away from him, I have the option of bringing this down and then lifting up. So I can fold the arm on the inside and lift up. If I'm a lot closer to him, let's say I come in this close to him, I can step in and then come from here. That gives me the option of taking him down over my other leg. So as you're thinking about why the hands do what they do, notice that. Thank you. And now let's go back into practice a few more reps. So, foot out at 45. Shift, step forward, put the foot down, holding a ball, and in. Here we go. Have that feeling of guiding down with one hand, lifting up with the other. And back. And in. Tall spine, shoulders down. Back. And in. Beautifully done. Back. Tall spine, long neck. And keep your eyes forward on the TV. And in. Very good. And now let's switch sides. Back foot 45 again. Shift onto it. Foot forward on the opposite piece of tape. Holding a ball. Which hand's on top?
Same side as the back leg.
Bingo. And here we go into the front. Phoenix's tail. Freeze for a second. Now imagine this. On that front wrist, you've got a bird whose talons are like this, and its head is this way. And you can imagine a long tail going down this way. So use that visual. Shift back. And in. Slow, smooth, even. Notice any deficit in control, any ratchetiness in your movement. Back. Once you notice it, that empowers you to change it. But you've got to notice it first. And into the front. Hold. Check your landmarks. And always check and see if you can just drop a little bit more tension out of the limbs and get a little straighter in the core. Well done. That's the second of our statics. Again, don't obsess on the details. You're going to have multiple exposures to this stuff through the wave learning concept. If you need more detail, again, refer back to Master Scroll. We go over all these moves in detail there.
And if you need more support, come visit teambeachbody.com.
Thanks again.